let them eat cake. They give them a little something just to kind of keep them down on the farm, so to speak. Well, this is one farmer, Oliver Anthony, who's had it. And his music resonates. And the left hates it. New song coming up, but first this one, a little bit, because I want to encourage you to go and listen to him. Phenomenal, just a phenomenal, phenomenal piece. And every time I hear it, I get a little bit teary-eyed because it's so true. In other words, they're trying to control you. They want you to think what they want you to think. And he's pointing that out like, no, we're smarter than that. We get it. We know this is wrong. Instinctively, we just know it's wrong. And then they tax you to death, and inflation is through the roof. I mean, all of these things. This guy is resonating in ways that the left didn't anticipate because, right, they control everything. They control government. They control Wall Street with their ESG stuff. They control entertainment and the record industry. And this guy comes out of nowhere, literally nowhere. He's a farmer and says, you know what? I'm going to write this song and I'm going to write this music. I'm going to put it up on YouTube. And before you know it, it blows away the records of Elvis. It blows away the records of the Beatles on their debut albums. And that is, my friends, the power to the people. This is proving over and over again, whether it's Bud Light, whether it's Target, whether it's Oliver Anthony, that the people have a voice and the libs hate it. The liberal reaction is off the charts, angry to this guy. Here's one article in The Independent. Do Republican anthems have to be quite so terrible as Richmond, north of Richmond? That's their attitude. He goes on to heavily criticize it, writing, because they're shocked, right? Like, how could this song ever be tops in the Billboard Hot 100? Well, fans of the song, this author writes, have hailed it as giving a voice to the disaffected working class. It has. It absolutely has. And that's what they're so bothered by, because they're supposed to control that narrative, right? They want their artists to be able to voice what they want. He says, leaving aside the politics, the song is just not great. Musically, he writes, it's fine. Anthony, a former factory worker and farmer who apparently lives off the grid in Virginia, has an unvarnished voice, and his guitar playing is competent. The tune is simple and melodic, if rather repetitive. And then it goes on to say that, the lyrics are what really stink. Wow. Like, you a little jealous? A little jealous there that, maybe somebody else can have a shot at success in a very tightly controlled music world? I think the lyrics are pretty good. And I say this from a position of authority in that I spent a whole lot of years studying music, classical, jazz, musical theater, and opera. Yes, opera. That's what I originally wanted to be. Can you imagine? Anyway, yes, I love it. It's why I speak so many languages. And I have had a lot of training, and studied at conservatories and studied overseas. And I could read music before I could actually read as a little kid. And I'm telling you, as a professionally trained musician, that guy's good. And that scares them. Scares the heck out of them. Especially when he sings new songs. Like this one right here. I'm going to play a short excerpt.
Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward, 'cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more. And I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know it.
So again, I'd love to play the whole thing, and I don't even know what the rules entirely are on this, but the title of the song is I Want to Go Home. And out of respect to the artist here, I want you to go and find his original channel and listen to it there. It's terrific. But you see, this is all tied together. It's all tied together. The Americans want something real. They want people who care about them. They want people that understand them. They're getting tired of the nonsense and the facade and it's whatever you feel like. But it's not even whatever you feel like, because they're jamming it down our throat in a way that doesn't really feel that comfortable. I say this because you know what? Americans are some of the most accepting, wonderful, kind, empathetic individuals on the planet. But when you push them too hard, and when you ask them to accept total, utter nonsense and to prioritize everyone else except themselves and their families, you've lost them. The left has lost America. And I think you're going to see more and more proof of that in 2024. Thank you for being here. I love having you here on this show. Make sure you subscribe. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.